What's going on, YouTube? I'm back at it again. Today we're going to be working on this 1985 Dodge Ram Charger. It's a 318 3-speed automatic. It has a Raptor coat paint job on it. Really durable. It's got 33-inch General Grabber tires, painted wheels. Looks pretty clean. Front bumper's not all pitted. Headlights are clear. It's got the rear quarters have been cut out and redone with some new quarter panels. Here's a look at the back. The top is not removable. Has those big glass windows though. Pretty cool. It's riding on a 4-inch block lift with some relatively new shocks, it looks like. Tires are in good shape. The inside of this truck is actually in really good shape. I'll show you a little shot of that later. But that's today's project. The first thing we're going to tackle with this is the valve covers. They are leaking a little bit, so we're going to pop each valve cover off, replace it with some new Felpro gaskets, and we're probably going to do an oil change on it. And when we brought it out, it was stalling here and there, so we're going to check into the carb and see if somebody's been messing with our mixture screws. So that's today's project. Let's get it started. All right, so like I was saying, the valve covers are leaking. If you look in here, there's little puddles of oil. I know the lights are kind of shitty in here, but it is what it is. So we'll have 5 7/16 bolts all the way around. We'll pop out the PCV valve, get rid of some brackets back there. We'll pop that all off. Same on the other side. Same song and dance. So we're going to remove all those and see what we got underneath, and we'll take a look at our rocker arms as well while we're in there. All right, we got the cover off, and the first thing you notice is parts of the gasket aren't even on the valve cover. They baked onto the engine. This gasket is really dried out and brittle. It's just kind of falling apart. So we'll clean that all up and get the new one put on. So I'm using some Felpro gaskets. These are cheap. I think they're 40 bucks, taxes in. There is different companies out there that make the silicone ones, and if you're removing your valve covers on and off a lot, I suggest you buy the silicone ones. But if you're just going to replace them and leave it, then these cork ones will do just fine. Alright, so we're just going to slide this in there, being careful not to catch the gasket on the rocker arms. If you fold that gasket over, it will break. I suggest that you get all 5 of your bolts started, make sure your valve cover is seated really well, and then slowly tighten them up. You don't have to go crazy tighten these. They're just little bolts, and this cork gasket will just keep compressing until the point where it breaks. So I just snug them up by hand, and then give them a couple turns with the ratchet, and they should be just fine. Like I was saying, you don't see me over tightening these bolts. I'm just gonna get them to the point where they have some resistance and then give them about a turn and a half. Just snug them up, nothing crazy. We're on the other side. It's the same song and dance. There's a couple of hoses that are in the way there. They go into the firewall. That's for the heat. They're not attached to the valve cover in any way. But yeah, we're going to remove these 5 bolts, pull this valve cover out, and have a look at it. My suspicion that it's going to be the same thing as the other side, baked and falling apart. And just like we suspected, the valve cover gasket was baked onto the head again, very fragile and brittle. So we're going to do the same recipe as before, clean this all up, reinstall the new gasket, put it all back together, tighten her down nice and even, and we should be good. All right, we got the other side all installed. Everything's back to where it's supposed to be. Everything looks like it's going to be sealed up real nice and tight. Good to go. Go take a look inside. So the interior is actually in pretty decent shape. We got a little bit of issues here, nothing major. But it's really nice and clean actually. Seats are working. Got a deck put in it. All the controls in there are working. Got that massive back seat. Lots of storage space. Truck's actually in pretty damn good shape. Needs a windshield though. It's been a couple days now. The weather's warmed up a bunch. We're able to get the Ram Charger out for a ride. And here it is. What a beast. Seems like it's running pretty good. So I figured I'd take a minute to introduce a new member of my family. This is Dallas. Dallas, come. He's 8 weeks old. He's a Bull Mastiff Pit Bull Cross. Sit. Good boy. We've been working on some training, basic training. Sit. And yeah, so you'll probably see him around in quite a few of my videos, and I think he'll fit nicely into the family. Big boy, huh? He's all feet right now. Great big feet. Come. Come on. Oh, you're something cute, aren't you, huh? You cute? Alright guys, that's all the time I got for today. Hopefully this video helped somebody help themselves or motivated you to go do some donuts with your Ram Charger. If you stick around, in the next video I'm going to show you how I take that old red school locker and turn it into quarter panels for my 88 Toyota 4Runner. So I'm going to get rid of all that nasty rust, clean it up, make it look like this side. So all this steel has been replaced, nice and solid, no lap welds at all. So if you hang around, I'll show you how I do that. But for now, thanks for watching.